let's talk about a feeling that I think we all know. That sense that your ability to just focus has been completely shattered. Today, we're going to dig into why our attention feels so broken and what we can actually do to fix it. This quote from neurologist Richard Seytoic just nails it, right? It feels universal. The constant pings, the endless scrolling, just the sheer amount of stuff coming at us, it's more than overwhelming. He even calls it a tyranny of attention. You know, we tend to beat ourselves up over this. We think, I just need more self-discipline, or I need to focus harder. But what if that's completely the wrong way to look at it? What if this isn't some personal failure, but a deep biological mismatch between you and the world you live in? So here's the core of the problem. We are all walking around with ancient hardware, our brains, and we're trying to run the latest, fastest, most demanding software on it. And, well, the two just aren't built for each other. I mean, just look at the difference in speed here. Our brains evolved so slowly, adding new bits and pieces over millions of years. It's kind of like an old house where you just keep adding on rooms. It's a little clunky, but it gets the job done. Technology, though, it completely reinvents itself every 5 to 10 years. Our poor brains just can't keep up. And this mismatch, it really shows up when you look at our brains' very real, very hard limits. We don't have endless mental energy. Our brains are actually operating on a surprisingly tight budget. Okay, so let's talk about something called working memory. The best way to think about it is like your brain's RAM, or a tiny little mental scratch pad. It's where you hold on to whatever you're focused on in this exact moment, like a phone number you're about to dial. But here's the catch. That scratch pad is tiny. This analogy is perfect. Every single thing you think about, every task, burns real physical energy in your brain. So when you focus, you're literally spending from a finite energy bank account, and it is incredibly easy to overdraw that account. Here's a super simple example of this in action. Just listening to one person talk can eat up about half of your available mental bandwidth. So trying to follow 2 different conversations at the same time, it's not just hard, it's actually neurologically impossible. You literally run out of brain power. Remember that insane moment at the Oscars? That was a perfect, high-stakes failure of working memory. The accountant on stage had one critical job, but right in that crucial moment, what did he do? He snapped a photo and tweeted it. That one single distraction was enough to totally flood his mental scratch pad, and he handed over the wrong envelope. The result? Absolute chaos. Okay, so our brains have these hardwired limits. We get it. But here's where things get a little sinister. The technology we use every single day isn't just distracting by accident. No, it is meticulously, brilliantly engineered to exploit those very limits. Because in today's world, your attention is the product being sold. To really get this, you have to know about 2 different reward systems in your brain. There's the liking system, which gives you that feeling of genuine satisfaction. But then there's the wanting system. It runs on dopamine. It's super easy to trigger, and it's never satisfied. It just makes you want more and more and more. Now, guess which one social media is built to target? Tech companies weaponize that wanting system with a crazy, powerful psychological trick. It's called positive intermittent reinforcement. That's a fancy way of saying you get a reward, but on a totally unpredictable schedule. It's the exact same principle that makes slot machines in Vegas so dangerously addictive. And this is the loop it sucks you into. You scroll, and most of what you see is kind of boring. But then, randomly, bam! You get a hit, a funny video, a like, a message from a friend. Your brain fires off a little shot of dopamine, that wanting chemical kicks in, and you feel a compulsion to scroll again, hunting for that next unpredictable hit. So that's the setup. We have a Stone Age brain being expertly played by digital slot machines. It sounds pretty bleak, I know, but it is not hopeless. Let's talk about a strategy to actually fight back. It's got 3 parts: using tech against itself, beefing up our biological defenses, and, believe it or not, rediscovering the power of just doing nothing. First, let's fight tech with tech. Here's a super simple thing you can do on your phone literally right now. By changing your phone's color filter, you make the whole screen way less stimulating. It just dials down all that exciting visual noise, making your phone feel less like a shiny toy and a lot easier to put down. Next up, let's rebuild our biological defenses, and that absolutely starts with sleep. Sleep is non-negotiable for attention. When you're sleeping, your brain is hard at work. It's locking in memories, literally cleaning out waste products, and processing emotions. Seriously, protecting your sleep with these rules is one of the most powerful things you can do for your focus. And if you need any more convincing, look at this number. Just one night of bad sleep impairs your brain as much as being legally drunk. And you can't just catch up on the weekend. The damage to your focus for that day is already done. And what's another key biological defense? Real human connection. Turns out 1,000 Instagram followers is not a substitute for the real thing. When you're with people face to face, your brain releases oxytocin. It's called the binding hormone, and it creates genuine connection. You just don't get that from a screen. All right, our final solution is probably the most counterintuitive one. In a world that screams at us to always be productive, the real key to restoring your brain might just be to purposefully do nothing at all. The Dutch have this wonderful word for this, Nixon. Now, this isn't meditation, it's not mindfulness, there's no goal. It is literally just letting your mind wander, staring at a window, watching the clouds go by. It's about throwing the circuit breaker on your overstimulated mind. It can be as simple as this, just a few minutes to unplug from the constant churn, to put the phone down and just be. This isn't wasted time. This is when your brain's energy budget actually gets to recover and reset. It's where your creativity comes from. We really need to reframe how we think about downtime. It's not laziness. Silence and these moments of doing nothing aren't empty space. They are essential nutrients for your brain. We did not evolve to be on 24/7. We require these quiet moments to restore ourselves. So we'll leave you with this question. The fight for your attention is relentless, and the odds are kind of stacked against your Stone Age brain. Knowing all this, what's one small thing you're going to do to take a piece of that attention back for yourself?